All right, let's take a look at our practice test. We're told here to solve each equation. And for the first problem, we're going to be looking at 11x plus 5x. We're setting this equal to -3 multiplied by the quantity x minus 7. Then we're subtracting away 6 multiplied by the quantity 1 minus 4x. All right, so hopefully by the time you get into this college algebra course, you've had a lot of experience with solving equations, and this is a refresher for you. If you haven't, you can use a little simple 4-step procedure that gets you the correct answer each time. So the first step is we want to simplify each side. And what that means is we're going to combine any like terms, and we're also going to clear any and all parentheses that we see using our distributive property. So let me slide down here just a little bit. And if I look on my left-hand side, I see I have like terms. So 11x plus 5x, I'm just going to simplify that and make that into 16x. Okay, on the right-hand side, I can remove the parentheses in each case just using my distributive property. So -3 times x would be -3x. And then -3 times -7, I'll say that's plus 21. And then I'm going to treat this as -6 so I don't make a silly sign mistake. I'll say -6 times 1 is -6. And then I'll go ahead and say -6 times -4x is plus 24x. Okay, so the right-hand side is not fully simplified because what you can see is that you have like terms here and here. And then you also have these numbers or constants here and here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and simplify a little bit further and see what that gets us to. So on the left-hand side, you just have 16x. I can't do anything with that. That's as simple as I can make that. On the right-hand side, -3x plus 24x, that's going to give me 21x. And then 21 minus 6 is going to give me 15. So let me put plus 15 like that. Okay, can I do anything else on the right? No, 21x and 15 are not like terms. On the left, I just have a single term, 16x. Okay, so that's the end of the first step. The next thing you want to do for step 2 is you want to move all your variable terms to one side and all your numbers, or you could say your constants, to the other. It's a matter of personal preference, but I like my variable to be on the left. So what I'm going to do in this case is subtract 21x away from each side of the equation. Remember, you have to do it to both sides to make it legal. So I subtracted 21x away from here and also here, and that makes it legal. It maintains the balance, and you maintain your solution set. So I'm just going to cancel that away visibly here. 16x minus 21x, if I do that on the left-hand side, that is going to give me -5x. And I'm going to set this equal to, on the right, what's left is just 15. Okay, so now we get into our third step, and that's to isolate the variable. So let's look at x and let's think about what is being done to x right now. I can scroll down here a little bit, and I could write this really as -5 times x, so this is crystal clear, is equal to 15. Well, if this -5 is multiplying by x, to undo that, I need to use division. So I'm just going to divide by this coefficient of x, which is -5. And again, to make this legal, I have to do this to both sides of the equation. So I divide by -5, divide by -5. Now, what I'm going to do here is cancel this with this. That's a +1. And +1 times x is just x. So this is now x equals, in this case, 15 divided by -5 is going to give me -3. Okay, so this is always the format I want to get this into. X equals some number. So x is isolated on the left-hand side, or if you want to put it on the right, that's up to you. And then on the other side, you just have some constant or some number. So x equals some number. In this case, x equals -3. Now, the fourth step is optional. This is where you check your work. I'm going to do it for this first one, and then if you want to pause the video for all the rest of the problems and do it on your own, that's going to be up to you. All right, so let me write down that x was equal to -3. This is our solution. And to check this, I'm just going to plug this in everywhere there's an x. So a -3 there, and also there, and also there, and then also there. So if you got the correct solution, then basically the left and the right side will be the exact same number. Okay, so if you didn't get the right answer, then you'll have some mismatch there. So let's go through and crank this out. 11 times -3 is -33. And then 5 times -3 would be -15. So plus -15. Let me make that a little bit better there. And this is equal to, over here, -3 minus 7 is -10. If I do -10 times a -3, that's a +30. Then over here, let's treat this as -4. So -4 times -3 is +12. And then you would basically have 1 plus 12, which is 13. And let's treat this as -6. So what is -6 times 13? Well, that's going to be -78. So let's put -78 there. And then essentially what's going to happen is on the left-hand side, negative 33 plus negative 15 is going to give me negative 48. On the right-hand side, 30 minus 78 is also negative 48. So you can see that I have the exact same value on the left as I do on the right. So that's how you know you got the correct solution. So we can verify here that x equals negative 3 is correct. Okay, let's look at the second problem. We're just going to pick up the pace a little bit. So let's come down here. On the left-hand side, I know that 10x plus 2x would be 12x. So let's go ahead and simplify that. On the right-hand side, again, I can use my distributive property to remove parentheses. So I would have 3x, and then minus, this would be 30, right? So 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times negative 10 is negative 30, or you could say minus 30. Then over here, I'm going to bring the sign with me. So I'm going to say this is negative 7 times 5, that's minus 35. And then negative 7 times negative 2x is plus 14x. Okay, so I can continue to simplify on the right-hand side because I have some like terms here. So 3x plus 14x, let's just say that's 17x. And then negative 30 minus 35 would be negative 65. So let's put this like this. And then on the left-hand side, I just have 12x. On the right-hand side, I have 17x, and I have basically negative 65, right? But those are not like terms. You can't really do anything else with that. So my next step is just to move all the variable terms to one side and all the numbers or constants to the other. Again, as I said, I like my variable to be on the left. So I'm going to subtract 17x away from each side of the equation. And then essentially, this is going to cancel right here. Okay, so that's gone. And basically on the right-hand side, you just have the negative 65. On the left-hand side, you have 12x minus 17x, which is going to give me negative 5x. And again, once we get to this third step, we just want to get it to where x is completely isolated. Again, if this is x here, what's being done to x? Well, negative 5 is multiplying x. So to undo that, I just want to divide both sides by negative 5, whatever that coefficient of x is. So this is going to cancel. And again, it's going to become positive 1, and 1 times x is just x. On the right-hand side, we have this negative 65 divided by negative 5, and that's going to give me positive 13. So this would be my solution. Again, if you want to, you can always pause the video and check the solution on your own. All right, let's look at problem number 3. So here we have the negative of the quantity 2 minus 10x is equal to 8 times the quantity x minus 5. Let me slide down here a little bit. If you see a negative in front of parentheses, just treat it as if you had a negative 1 outside of there. And basically, you're going to change the sign of each term inside. So the 2 becomes a negative 2, and the negative 10x becomes a positive 10x. And this equals 8 times x would be 8x, and then 8 times negative 5 would be minus 40. So in this case, I can't do anything else on the left or on the right because we don't have like terms, right? Negative 2 and 10x, not like terms. 8x and negative 40, not like terms, right? So now we move into our step where we, again, move all the variable terms to one side, all the constants to the other. So I'm going to actually subtract 8x away from each side of the equation. And let's go ahead and cancel this out over here. So on the left, I'm going to have negative 2. And then 10x minus 8x is going to give me 2x. So let's put plus 2x. And this equals, over here, I'm going to have negative 40. Well, I need to isolate, again, my variable terms. So I want all the variable terms on one side, which I've done, and all the constants on the other, which I haven't done. I still have this negative 2 hanging out over here on the left. So what I'm going to do is add 2 to both sides of the equation to fix that. And let's go ahead and cancel this away. And we'll say that we now have this 2x on the left is equal to negative 40 plus 2 is going to be negative 38. Okay, so once you get to this stage, again, all you're doing is you're looking at the coefficient of x. You're saying, okay, since 2 is multiplying x, to isolate x or to get x completely by itself, we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2. Again, the number that's multiplying x. And of course, this is going to cancel with this and give me a 1. So this is just x is equal to negative 38 divided by 2 would be negative 19. So x equals negative 19 is our solution. Okay, let's look at problem number 4. So we'll have 10 times the quantity 5x plus 8 minus 12x is equal to negative 11 times the quantity 1 plus 4x plus 9. All right, so again, I'm just going to clean up each side. Over here on the left, I'm going to use my distributive property. 10 times 5x is going to be 50x. Then plus 10 times 8 is 80. Then we're going to subtract away this 12x. Now, we know that 50x and negative 12x are like terms. And if I perform that operation, I'm going to get 38x. So let's put 38x and then plus 80 like this. Let's put equals and equals. over here on the right, again, I can use my distributive property. Negative 11 times 1 is negative 11. Then negative 11 times 4x is minus 44x. And then basically I just have this plus 9. Now, you see that negative 11 and positive 9 can be combined. That would be negative 2. So let's put negative 44x like this, and let's put minus 2 like this. Okay, so now we've completed that first step where we're simplifying each side. I can't do anything else on the left. I don't have like terms. I can't do anything else on the right. I don't have like terms. So what I want to do is move all the variable terms to one side and all the constants to the other. So I'm actually going to do this in one line. I'm going to move this guy over here. So I'm going to add 44x to both sides. So I'm going to do that. And of course, this is going to cancel. And then I'm also going to subtract 80 away from each side of the equation. And so what's going to happen here is that this guy is going to cancel. What happens is on the left, I just have my variable terms, and on the right, I just have my constants. Okay, so I just have to simplify. What is 38x plus 44x? Well, that's going to give me 82x. So let's write that we have 82x here on the left. On the right, what is negative 2 minus 80? That's going to be negative 82. And of course, once we have it in this format, we just want to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 82. And we know that this is going to cancel already. Let me visibly show that. So 82 divided by 82 is 1. So we get 1x, which is just x, is equal to negative 82 over 82 would just be negative 1. So x equals negative 1 is our solution. Okay, let's look at problem number 5. So I have 4 times the quantity x minus 5 is set equal to negative 2 times the quantity x plus 1. So again, just use the distributive property to clean up first. You would have 4x minus 20. Again, 4 times x is 4x, and then minus 4 times 5 is 20. And this equals, over here, you would have negative 2x, and then minus 2. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 1 is negative 2. Okay, left and the right side, again, nothing else you can do. So you move on to move all the variable terms to one side and all the constants to the other. So all I'm going to do is add 2x to both sides of the equation. And then I'm going to add 20 to both sides of the equation. And so what we're going to see is that this guy's going to cancel and this guy's going to cancel. And what I'm left with is 4x plus 2x. That's going to give me 6x. This equals negative 2 plus 20 would be positive 18. Okay, again, once you get into this format, it's really easy. I see that 6 is multiplying x. So to get x by itself, I divide both sides by 6. And I end up with this canceling with this. And I get x is equal to what? 18 divided by 6 is going to be 3. So x equals 3 is my solution. Okay, let's look at problem number 6. So I'm just going to have 6 times the quantity 6 plus 12x is equal to negative 1 plus 7 times the quantity 10x plus 7. So on the left, I'm just going to use my distributive property. 6 times 6 is 36. Then plus 6 times 12 is 72. And then x will come along for the ride. This equals, you have negative 1 plus 7 times 10x is 70x. And then plus 7 times 7 is 49. We know that negative 1 plus 49 is 48. So let's just erase that and put a 48 there and get rid of this plus sign in front there. Let me slide this down a little bit so it looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, so that's as simple as we can make each side. So again, what you would do here is just move all your variable terms to one side, all your numbers or constants to the other. So let me subtract 70x away from each side of the equation. And let me also subtract 36 away from each side of the equation. Let me make that 3 a little bit more legible. And then let's cancel this, and then let's also cancel this. Okay, so what do we have? On the left-hand side, 72x minus 70x is 2x. On the right-hand side, 48 minus 36 is going to be 12. So again, very easy. Once we have it in this format, so 2x equals 12, we want to divide both sides by 2, that coefficient of x, and I'm going to get that x is equal to 6, right? 12 divided by 2 is 6. So x equals 6 is my solution. Okay, let's look at problem number 7. So we have 10 times the quantity 4 plus x is equal to 2 times the quantity 5 plus 2x. All right, so we would have 10 times 4, which is 40, and then plus 10 times x, which is 10x. This equals 2 times 5, which is 10, then plus 2 times 2x is 4x. Okay, so each side is simplified as much as possible. Again, very easy at this point. We would subtract 4x away from each side of the equation. I'm also going to subtract 40 away from each side of the equation. Let's go ahead and cancel this guy. Let's go ahead and cancel this guy. And what am I left with? On the left, 10x minus 4x is 6x. This equals, on the right, 10 minus 40 is negative 30. Let's go ahead and divide both sides of the equation by 6. Again, the coefficient of x. And we're going to get that x is equal to negative 30 divided by 6 is negative 5. So x equals negative 5 is my solution. Okay, let's look at problem number 8. So we have 9 times the quantity 10 plus 6x is equal to negative 12 times the quantity 1 minus 3x and then minus 6. So on the left, you would have 9 times 10, which is 90, plus 9 times 6, which is 54. X would come along for the ride. This equals negative 12 times 1 is negative 12. Then negative 12 times negative 3x is plus 36x and then minus 6. So negative 12 minus 6 would be negative 18. So let's just go ahead and erase that and put negative 18 here. And again, the left and the right side, that's as simple as I can make it. And so let's go ahead and subtract 36x away from each side of the equation. And also, let's go ahead and subtract 90 away from each side of the equation. So let's cancel this guy right here. Let's cancel this guy right here. So then 54x minus 36x is going to be 18x. And this is equal to, if I do negative 18 minus 90, that's going to be negative 108. And again, once you get into this format, you're just dividing each side by 18, the coefficient of x. We're going to get that x is equal to, we know negative divided by positive is negative, and then 108 divided by 18 is 6. So you would have x equals negative 6 as your solution. All right, let's look at problem number 9. So we have negative 11 times the quantity 10 plus 7x, then plus 9x, is equal to 7 times the quantity 1 minus 11x. Okay, let's come down here. And negative 11 times 10 is negative 110. Then I have negative 11 times 7x. This is negative 77x, then plus 9x. Now, if I do negative 77x plus 9x, that's going to give me negative 68x. So let's just erase this and put negative 68x. Then this equals, over here, 7 times 1 is 7. And then minus 7 times 11x would be 77x. All right, left and the right side are as simple as we can make it. So again, let's just add 77x to both sides of the equation. And then let me add 110 to both sides of the equation. And let's go ahead and visibly cancel this guy right here and this guy right here. So on the left-hand side, I have negative 68x plus 77x, which is 9x. And this equals 7 plus 110 is 117. Now, if I do 9x equals 117, I can divide both sides by 9, and I'm going to get that x is equal to 117 divided by 9 is going to be 13. So x equals 13 is my solution. All right, let's take a look at problem number 10 now. So we're going to have this 9x plus 8 times the quantity 1 minus 2x. This is equal to negative 5 times the quantity x minus 4. All right, on the left, I have my 9x, and then plus 8 times 1 would be 8, and then minus 8 times 2x would be 16x. Now, I can do 9x minus 16x. That's going to give me negative 7x. So let's put negative 7x here like this, and then plus 8. On the right, I have negative 5 times x, which is just negative 5x. And then negative 5 times negative 4, let's say that's plus 20. So let's copy that down here. So negative 5x plus 20. On the left and on the right, everything is as simple as I can make it. So basically, I'm just going to move all the variable terms to the left. So let's add 5x to both sides of the equation. And then I'm going to move all my constants to the right. So let's subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. Let me go ahead and cancel this guy and also this guy. So we see that negative 7x plus 5x would be negative 2x. And this equals 20 minus 8 would be 12. As a final step, let's divide both sides of the equation by negative 2. Again, the coefficient of x. Again, this is going to cancel and just give me x, or you could say 1x if you wanted to be more specific. Scroll down here a little bit, so I'll just put x over here. And then this guy, 12 would be divided by negative 2, and 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. So the solution here is x equals negative 6.